Hello, hello. How is everyone doing tonight? What is happening? So I have not done a Bath& Body Works haul video in quite some time. It was definitely time for me to do refill and some of my collection, and they were having their buy three get three free sale. Now they did raise prices, so it used to be when things were, say, $9.99 each, and you bought three things and you were paying like, say, $30 or $35, and then you got three free, it really felt like you were getting a deal, right? But now they raise prices, especially on their new scents. And by doing that, it ends up being like you may as well be buying six things at the old prices, because it ends up coming out with, like, they raise things so much that you're basically buying six things, like I mean, you're buying six things at the old prices. It's kind of like it ended up being, well, I'll find the receipt, and yeah, here it is. The other receipt. I also went to Ulta too. $58 with which it was $54.85 plus tax was $58. So nearly $60 for six things. Gee, ends up being $10 a thing. So they raised the price of the three that you're paying for, and then they say you're getting the other three for free, but really it's not. But anyway, it's still the opportunity. Some pieces looking kind of funky. Anyway, it's still the opportunity of getting things that I wouldn't normally get if I was just buying like one or two things at a time. I basically this time did, instead of I usually would get 6 shower gels or body washes. I got 3 of new scents, and then 3 of the matching mists, body mists. And well, one is not new to me. One is just they re-released it. They re-released it with a new bottle design, which is the Dark Kiss. Dark Kiss is one of my favorite scents of Bath and Body Works. It has a dark, a lot of dark notes, and so yeah, this is the Dark Kiss. And it has like all their body washes, the Pro Vitamin B5 with the aloe. And does it have the notes? No, it doesn't have the notes on the body wash. I wonder if it oh yeah, the fragrance. I got the mist too. It has black raspberry, burgundy rose, bergamot incense, and dark vanilla bean, and plum musk. So it's like a very purple. When I wear it, people are like, you look like you smell. I usually wear it when I'm wearing like this color, burgundy or purple, and people when they smell me, they're like, you even smell purple, like that kind of thing. So before I get too involved here, don't forget to hit thumbs up, and don't forget to hit subscribe if you haven't subscribed to my channel already. I don't want to forget that. That's the most important thing. But yeah, so these two, they go together. I kind of like being able to layer, like where I would say use this when I shower and then use the matching mists. And lately I've been, instead of doing a lot of heavy fragrances, heavy perfumes, although I do have some favorite fragrances. Say that fast 3 times. Favorite fragrances of like that are more like cologne, perfume kind of thing. Eau de parfum. I've been getting into the lighter mists just because I find that some perfumes have a certain ingredient that makes my eyes tear up, and And sometimes when the eyes tear up, then I get like red into like a sinus thing almost. So it's like an allergic reaction, but minor. Not like I have to go to the hospital or anything but not like EpiPen where the allergic. But it does create something, and especially if you're like me, if I just did my makeup or something like that, I don't want my eyes to water right after I spray perfume and then a fragrance, and then I go, I usually fragrance spraying application is the last thing I do before I leave the house to go somewhere, say, going out to dinner or something, or out to a brunch. So then that whole way, on the way, my eyes are watering and nose is running, and I'll have that inflammation, so which like defeats the whole purpose of wearing makeup. So, or then I have to put a whole back on. So, luckily, I have no problems with the Bath and Body Works body mist. So, that's why I got the correlating. So, I tossed out a lot of my fragrances that I had before, and kind of starting from scratch. Okay, so that's a 2024 thing, and a lot of things I'm just letting go. I am gonna do an anti-haul video of beauty products that didn't work for me anymore, or didn't work for me since I bought them. But I'm not even gonna include those fragrances in that, because I've talked about that issue, and I've just kind of let them go, and I'm kind of weeding my way through and seeing which ones still cause that problem, or I'm throwing out the majority that I knew, but I'm just kind of like I'm past it, So anyway, so the next scent that I have, this is one of the newer ones, which is the Meet Me in Miami. Meet Me in Miami. I've got the body wash, and I got the correlating mist, and I love the tropical. I love that whole tropical moment with the design, and it's very summery. It has that kind of summery cafe kind of look to it, and their fragrances with this is breezy palm trees, cabana coladas, and suntan days. Book a trip to Miami with a fragrance that whisk you away to poolside cabanas and vibrant days in Florida sun. Now, I have some great memories of going to Miami. My husband and I went to Miami in 2008, like after we'd been dating a year. I always refer to that as our like real honeymoon, because after we got married in 2009, he had gotten laid off 2 weeks before our wedding. So we put off our honeymoon. We didn't take a honeymoon right away, and we didn't get a honeymoon until like a year later in 2010. So really and that was like that 2009 was such a tough year for so many people. My business, as well as his job situation, that kind of created a roller coaster that took 5 years for things to calm down. 2014, and now he's been 10 years in his job, and then he just found out his current job is ending, and now he's looking for another job. So we had like 5 tumultuous years of instability there, and then 10 years of things going smoothly, and then now he's back. But things are looking up in there. He's got some prospects. But anyway, you can't expect how things are going to go. But from 2007, when we met, to 2008, to 2009, that was 2 years of just like, things not going wrong. My business was doing great, and his job was stable, and everything was cool. And it was, it's just like, you just don't expect how those economic turns are going to change. We've all kind of been through that. And then the pandemic, of course, throws new curves into our lives, and new challenges, and the whole world's been affected by it. So I'm probably not telling anything you don't already know, but kind of opening up a little bit about what has happened with us. But in 2008, during that good time when my business was so thriving, and that we didn't really have any worries yet, we were just dating and having a good time. We went to Miami, and we stayed in South Beach, and we just had a great, just it was a great trip, and the weather was fantastic, and it was just awesome. We had a great time. So this has kind of like a scent of it does have that kind of beachy kind of scent. It's kind of like if you take coconut and vanilla and then add a little bit of a little floral, and a little bit of kind of like something that does smell like kind of, what do you think, palms, or some greenery to it. And that's what it smells like, and it has that. It definitely takes me to that. It almost smells sort of like a fruity cocktail almost, which is what we drank a lot of while we were there. We had some good time. And we stayed right on Ocean Drive, and in the Colony Hotel, which is, when you see a picture of South Beach, you see a picture of like a hotel with blue neon, and a picture of a hotel with red neon, and a hotel with, I think, like a golden neon, and that's the one with the blue neon. And they all have all these cafes and clubs all around there, and you walked everything, and the beach was right across the street, and I love all that Art Deco and all that vintage kind of thing, and I think is very cool, and I would definitely go back in a heartbeat. When we took our trip in 2010, we finally took our honeymoon a year later from our wedding. We went to Las Vegas, so but I would definitely go back. Definitely love to go and see the rest of Miami, because all I've seen was South Beach. So so at some point I'd love to see it, and I've watched some of those shows that features Miami, and it would be cool to see the rest of it. Okay, so the other scent that I got is one of the new scent that they just came out with, called Tropidelic. Now, they invested so much with this Tropidelic. They have a rollerball fragrance, a spray fragrance. They had the body wash. I also got the body mist. They had body lotions, body creams. They had, I think, did they have a scrub? I think they had a scrub. But I looked at everything online first before I went into the store. I looked at everything online because I wanted to see what scents they were bringing back from like last spring and summer. There's a scent called Oahu that I love. There's one called Vanilla Confetti Sparkle that I think was like a 4th of July thing. There's also one called a blueberry, was a blueberry waffle cone. That's a blueberry waffle cone. I love those scents, but they haven't brought those back yet. But I did see that they had this Tropidelic, and the Tropidelic it really gives you that tropical feel. And I feel like it's a little more unisex. But one thing about Bath and Body Works is they have expanded their men's line. They have so many products for men: aftershave conditioners, body washes, all kinds of soaps, special soaps, and things that shaving. I think they had like shaving creams, all kinds of things, but all like correlating scents, and lots of new scents for men. Shockingly, Avon, which had a really amazing men's line for years, and in the past 4 years, I sold a lot of men's cologne, and men's products, skincare products, and well, not specifically men's skincare, but it was like products like aftershave and the aftershave moisturizer and different things. And for some reason, I just checked the website because I wanted to get some for my husband. It was gone. It was gone. All of it, almost all of it is gone, and I don't know. I don't know if they're redoing our lines. If they're concentrating in other areas right now. But for me, that's a big seller, because half of my clientele has always been men that I cut their hair, or men that I sold skincare products to, or men that I was giving them advice for their skin, or advice for their hair, or helping them with their hair loss issues, different things like that. And so they would buy products from me, and I recommended a lot of things to them, as well as there were other people in the beauty, males in the beauty industry who were like me, that they like to buy a lot of products. And some of them have like a whole wardrobe of different men's colognes, like, if they're wearing, say, warmer tones, they're going to wear wear some fragrance that are have warmer scent, or if they're wearing, if they're going away on vacation to a different kind of climate, they're going to be wearing those cool water type of scents. So there's all kinds of things like that. Now I did get a request recently for me to go over some things for men's skincare, and I am planning on doing that video. I may have my husband come on, and we'll talk about like what I used on him in terms of like for his skin, what I recommended for him to use, and how he's using it, and things that I still have for sale available from my website, and the things that I don't have for sale but I still recommend that I think you could now buy on Amazon. And those kinds of things, as well as just products in general that you can get anywhere, Walmart or CVS or those kinds of products. But so yeah, so they do have a lot of things there at Bath and Body Works. And in a way, it's nice to see, because to me, there's the business of men's skincare and body care is a huge business. And there's got to be more than just like Axe body spray or even the Old Spices that have kind of stepped up and have things like some of those swagger scents. I'm the one that usually buys things for my husband, so I'll buy like different scents of body washes. And I was buying, because I sell it, I can get it at a discount. I was the one that was buying like his body washes, or aftershave moisturizer, or aftershaves, or cologne, or I was the one that was buying all those things for him. I call it, I'm the toiletry fairy. I'll be like, okay, do you need to tell the toiletry fairy that you're out of anything, And, be like that, or all of a sudden, I'd get the order, and then I'd unbox it, and then I'd put it all in his bathroom, and I'd be like, okay, see, the toiletry fairy came, And I say the same thing, like if I clean the kitchen late at night, I'd be like, see, the next morning, did you see the cleaning fairy came? That kind of thing. So anyway, yeah, so I'm the toiletry fairy in this house. And, and okay, so one last thing that I did that's separate from Bath & Body Works, but it's my Ulta store, my local Ulta store is right next to the Bath & Body Works. So because I was at Bath & Body Works, and I talked about this product line before, this was in that introductory kit that I got, that this is the travel size of the number 62, the Sol de Janeiro. I went into, what I did was I filled it up from this. I went in and I bought and I had a coupon. Not only did I have a coupon, then I also had some points, Ulta points from further purchases, and I was able to take this off, take this out, and fill my travel size that I keep in my purse, as well as I keep over here, and now I've got the bigger one over here. And so like sometimes I'm in a different room in the house, I can put this in a different space. But anyway, I love this scent. So it's another scent that I love. This is what got me into wearing these lighter mists, and I feel like the mists are really great. This is pistachio and salted caramel. It also has a beachy kind of a feel to it, because it has the De Janeiro and Rio de Janeiro kind of a feel, and it's so popular right now. It's one of the most popular things that in the beauty industry right now is this line, the Bum Bum Cream, this product, and their shower gels. Amazon has a ton of this. The big sizes, there's super sizes of the body washes, there's super size. It's amazing. It is so amazing. To me, the Bath and Body Works is like every day, but if something is going on that, I really want to have your skin have my skin feeling really, really soft, I'll use the body wash of this that's really creamy and rich, and then use that cream afterward, and it's really, skin feels really soft. And so I like that. So that's a key. I have a lot of people that compliment me on looking so young for my age. And I'd say just always using moisturizer. Now there's some areas right here as I have a little sun damage from riding in the car. You forget to put sunscreen right here. But because I didn't, when I was young, I didn't lay out. A lot of people my age did a lot of tanning, outdoor tanning with the body oils, with the, baby oil with it, where you lay out and you'd fry. I did that only a couple of times if you had a friend that tanned easy, if you were pale like me, you were always trying to play catch up to that friend who tanned easy. And after a while, I got so sick of burning that I gave up. I gave up, and I would do like a little bit of tanning bed here and there, but still not a lot. If anything, I do tanning bed to help with seasonal depression, a little here and there, but still not laying in 20 minutes at a time. I do 5 minutes here, 5 minutes there, just to feel better in the winter once a week, but not once or twice a week, but not laying 20 minutes at a time to get darker. That's what I did. And once in a blue moon, I might do that. And then I'm not a fan of self-tanners, although I have a whole bunch of them. I have a whole bunch of self-tanners that I have yet to find one that doesn't smell. Like, they smell okay when you put them on, but the process of coloring the skin does this something. It's like a chemical reaction, and that chemical reaction creates a weird smell. And then the next day you shower, and then you have the color, and then you don't have that smell anymore. But when you first do it initially, there's a very strange smell, which I cannot stand. So I have a spray tan booth. I've showed you guys when I did that hair color video that I sit in when I color my hair. So my husband and I were saying, well, it'd be fun to maybe do a spray tan video where we're spray tanning or so, and film that. And but that would mean I'd have to be in a bathing suit on here, and I'm not ready to do that yet. So yeah, so there's that. So, and I know you all wouldn't be as interested in just watching me spray him. So I'm not ready to be, maybe once I set up the page. I have not had time to set up the Patreon yet. We end up having to get a whole new furnace system put in here, and there was a lot going on in here. And in addition to our usual work week, we had a whole lot happening here at our house. So anyway, so I have not done that, so maybe sometimes I do a little body makeup or a little bronzer, but I've never done a lot in terms of tanning. And that also is, so I don't have a lot of, I did have a little bit of sunspots at one point, but some of these skincare products that I use got it away after repetitive use of them. So that was good there. But I don't have a lot. I do have on my legs, I have some areas that from always riding in the car, once again, forgetting to put sunscreen on, and some parts of like my lower calves always got sun on them. So they have a little bit of sun damage there because I was wearing, these, and I'll never wear them again. I'll either be in shorts or dress or long pants, but I'll never wear capris again. And that's something a lot of people my age get in the habit of wearing capris all the time. But that part of your lower part of your leg, like this part of your leg, like say this is my knees on down, if you're in the car and the sun hits that from a certain area down on my legs, and the upper part is covered with capris, that lower part was always getting the sun in the car, in the passenger side of the car. So it was like this one spot, like if I had, you'd see where there's this like pale one section, and then that part of my leg got a lot of sun damage, and then got a lot of sun from riding in the car, like running around, running errands. I'm not tanning, but repetitive time over time, just like your arm in the, when you're driving and you put your arm out, but that's still not a lot because I'm not always riding with my arm out. We're riding with the car, with the windows up, with the air conditioning on. So, but back in the day, there's some freckling there. But but overall, compared to a lot of people my age who have a lot of sun damage and have a lot of sun damage on their face, a lot of sun damage on their body from laying out, I don't have a lot of that. I'm still, I'm still fairly, my skin's still, is still very pale and, youthful because of that, because I've overall relatively stayed out of the sun. So that is part of it. I stayed, so that it does make a difference if unfortunately, if you have to work outdoors. Unfortunately, if you're in and out of the car all the time. If you're in the car all the time, sometimes the sun can beating down. You're not even aware of how the sun damage for the skin and what it can do long term, even if you don't realize it. But a lot of moisturizing, lots of serums, lots of exfoliation of the face, exfoliating in the shower, and then a lot of moisturizing, lots of lotioning, and yeah, so those are the key things. And from when I've seen older women who look younger, a lot of them say this. And also drinking lots of water. I smoked very, very briefly when I was like, late 70s, junior high school, that kind of little bit of rebellion kind of thing. But luckily I did not get addicted to that. I didn't, and I just, after a while, I hung out with a lot of smokers. I did have a lot of secondhand smoke from clubbing, and a lot of my friends smoke, a boyfriend smoked, those kind of things. But as time went on, I didn't want to be around it. So that's another thing that adds to aging, is a lot of cigarette smoking does, and I don't drink a lot of coffee either. I went through a phase in the 90s, like when Starbucks first came out, and I was into like different flavors of coffee, and getting coffee here, or drinking coffee, but I'm not a coffee drinker. I am a soda drinker, and it's been very hard to, diet soda. But you gotta get the caffeine from somewhere, and you gotta be able to get awake, because people say, if you don't drink coffee, what are you doing? And I'm like, I'll mix soda with a little fruit juice, a little soda, a little fruit juice, and now mostly water. But I gotta have something to get me up. And I have weaned myself off as much as I could, but I have never been able to completely give up Diet Pepsi or Diet Mountain. I know it's not great. I know it's not good for me, but that's my main vice. If I were to have a vice, that's my main vice, is that, because it especially when I was working a lot of hours, kept me up, kept my energy up, and and kept my if I don't drink it, I get very, like, almost like lethargic, and almost depressed, and I'll have a headache for like 3 or 4 months straight, because it takes so long, and I've never been able to like get to the point where I don't have a headache anymore, because as soon as I have one, the headache goes away within an hour. I feel fine. I feel great again. I feel back to upbeat, back to like, hey, how's it going? I'm back to my normal self. I'm not like dragged down. And so I'm like, so it's not all the time. I only have, mainly now it's the morning, and then I just drink water the rest of the day. But the fact that I have gotten to that point where it used to be, say, 68, instead of 68 glasses of water a day, it used to be like maybe 4 to 6 sodas a day, 4 to 6 Diet Pepsis a day, or, maybe even 6 to 8 Diet Pepsis a day in cans, But that's what I used to do until, of course people were like, it's not good for you, but it kept me up. It kept me going. It kept me, hey, if you're doing a haircut every 15 to 20 minutes and you're working 10 hours a day on your feet and you want to have as much energy for the person that comes in at 8:30 at night that when you started, and you want to have the same amount of energy for the person who you saw in the beginning of the day. And that's how I've always been. Each customer gets treated the same. It's not like, I want to give the same to each person that I see, whether I'm seeing them, right when I'm fresh or at the end of at the end of the night. I want to be be that person for everybody. So that's how I saw it. Now, it's very easy to get burned out like that because you have to maintain a very high energy level, and that over time it wasn't healthy. It was not healthy way to go. But a lot of hairdressers do a lot. Sometimes they're drinking coffee all day long. Sometimes they are. You definitely have to switch out your shoes sometimes when you're working like that. You don't eat much. You don't eat throughout the day because you only have 5 minutes here, less than 5 minutes between customers. It is a tough job. It is a tough job of standing. Your ears get used to the blow dryer all day long. It's a thing. It's supposed to chemicals. That's part of the reason why I'm not working in the salon anymore. A lot of the chemicals, I started to irritate me over time, and I started to have some issues with that. And it depends on what salons are using what kinds of things you're using. So it just depends. You can be working somewhere and everything's fine, and then the owner decides to switch brands, and then I'm messed up. But of course, when I was younger, I didn't have those problems. But now, so there are some things about me that that just show the age. But luckily, I've kept a positive. I feel like keeping a positive attitude. Despite a lot of setbacks and a lot of issues and a lot of personal problems, a lot of family issues. I've been through a lot, lots of things and as you get to know me over time, I'll talk about. But anyway, I really enjoy products. For me, products are something that, these kinds of products, the scents really help my mood. When I get in the shower and I smell something that smells great, it lifts my spirits, and it helps me get in the mood to get ready. I'm not a good morning person. I'm not that I don't wake up this upbeat happy in the morning, that's for sure. And these scents and these smells really make a difference in helping me to it's like it is like aromatherapy. It helps me to feel good, and it's all part of the package, of how I go throughout my day, and how I helps keep me on a positive that positive track. So anyway, thanks so much for watching. Thanks for the following always. Thanks for the support, and and I'll be seeing you soon. I've got more videos I'm going to be filming tonight. Actually, I'm going to film quite a few of them, and I hope you enjoy this video, and I'll see you next time. Okay, take care. Thanks. Bye.